first start out riding, you pretty much know shit all about shit all. And when you get to riding, you'll spot things on the road about certain types of drivers, or certain drivers of vehicles. You know, the stereotypes are there for a reason. You know, your German car drivers, usually aggressive, quite dangerous, like to go in the fast lane, can be reckless, no indicators. That's Mercedes, Audi, BMW generally. Your estate car drivers, salesmen, so they drive around quite a bit. They can be quite aware of things on the road, but they too drive fast, and they can drive recklessly, but because they drive for a living, they're a little bit more aware of you and a little bit more cautious. And then you've got your white van man, which is if when you come up to a white van and you see that it is a new van, say a 14 plate van, looks well looked after, and you can generally be sure, and it doesn't say hire on it. If it says hire on it, just take note that the guy might not be used to driving the van because it's a hire one. So he might not be used to seeing the blind spots and being aware of the lanes next to him. Now, if it's a van like this, which looks pretty much like a work van, you can be sure that this guy is used to driving this vehicle, you know? So he knows what's going on all around him in his limited vision. And if it's a white van that's a company van, then you can be generally sure that they're aware of things. But if it's a hire van, there's a bit of danger there's a bit of danger there. Same's true for people who have beat up cars. If you see a car with dents in it, give it a bit of a wider berth than if you see a car what's, say it's a 08 plate, but it's nice looking, it's been cleaned. You can generally be sure, not always, but you can generally be sure that that driver takes care of his car, so he takes care of his driving. You know, they care about it more. Whereas if you see a beat up piece of shit, give it a wide berth. You know, just give it a wider berth, because they've had an accident before. They will probably have an accident again, and you don't want to be the next one, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's I mean, profile. You've got to profile them, you know. If you can get your own categories of drivers, like I have, I've got the German car drivers in a category, I've got the white van drivers in a category, I've got the lorry drivers in a category, I've got the MPV drivers in a category, and each one you will form perceptions of, and 9 times out of 10 you will be right, because a certain type of person gets a certain type of car. But that's just all down to experience. I mean, that's just what you'll spot the signs, you'll spot every fucking sign what someone does, and when you do, something will just fucking snap, something will just click in your fucking head, and you'll be able to spot dangers and shit. It's crazy when it happens. You won't know it happening, but it'll just happen. That your danger meter will just boom, it'll snap into fucking action, and you'll be a pro at spotting everything around you. It might not happen in a year. I mean, it depends how long you ride and how often you ride. It might not happen in a year, it might not happen in 2 years, it might not happen in 5 years. But one day it will happen. You know? One day it will happen. And you'll be like, seriously, you get what I call a bikersense. It's like the sixth sense. And you'll just be able to tell what people are going to do. You just tell. It's ridiculous sometimes. So you've got to judge people. There was a Motor Talks episode on judging. And do you judge others? And as a biker, I think you should. I think it should be one of your fucking core principles or core things to learn to be a good defensive rider, because you have to judge what other people are going to do. You have to. You have to analyse what people are going to do, you know? And you do that by being observant, by being aware of everything that's going on. Even if it doesn't affect you, you just got to always be thinking about shit. This is why I think that people who start riding shouldn't motovlog straight away, or shouldn't talk into a camera straight away. By all means, get a camera and film it for insurance and shit, but don't start talking into a camera straight away, because you need to build up that skill level. And that it's not just a skill level of controlling your bike, it's a skill level up here in your head. You need to be able to assess things and react to things. You need to be proactive rather than reactive a lot of the time as a defensive rider. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Yeah. So I'll see you guys again.